Oh, it never fails to kill me. This isn't winner finals, this is loser semis.
Oh, they started. Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, not really. Oh, right, there we go. Now we have damage on the board. Now the game has started. And these two fought in winners in an extremely close set. Leo managed to take it out just barely. I know that Leo, in general, does pretty well against Mr.E.
Yeah, I mean, Eric does have the, in this account, he does have more wins, but Leo does have a lot more wins than you think he does.
Yeah, like
he
in
does
general,
keep up with him pretty well.
Leo's like on the higher end of like the mid-level players here in New York. You know, he has some really good wins, but it's hard for him to do consistently well. But he seems to do pretty consistently well against Mr.E. He might actually end up 2-0ing him, or taking 2 sets from him here, double eliminating him if he manages to win this set.
Apparently Mewtwo's a problem matchup for E.
Yeah, he doesn't like Mewtwo.
I don't blame him. He's weird. Mewtwo's weird.
All right, nice forward air.
Oh! What's with all these sour spot down airs?
Well, Mewtwo's sour spot down. The sour spot is pretty big and the sweet spot is pretty small.
Yeah,
it is actually pretty hard.
It looks like he's about to get spiked and then he doesn't. So I guess it's just really hard to hit.
Yeah. And I love the way these two players play neutral. Did you see the spacing on Leo? He just stayed his ground, knowing that he was just out of the range and managed to find the grab. Gets another grab to actually even up the percent. Putting Mr.E on the ledge. One forward air at the side of the stage will probably do it. Or up
he
throw.
misspaced that.
No.
Good DI by Eric.
This is what I was saying. I mentioned earlier in the night that Leo, the way he plays neutral, ends up dealing really well with how Mr.E plays. You notice he's very patient, waits for his opponent to throw something out, and then looking for that burst option. Really smart stuff there, though, from Mr.E. He's doing all of these, like, single hitbox, and then he goes in for that multi-hit on the side B, catching Leo unaware, managing to take the first stock.
And that should be it. Nope. I lied. Now Eric getting some good extra damage.
All right, nice up air there from Leo, rather, taking that stock. Ooh. Going, all right, finally a nice combo from Leo is going to be putting on the damage here as the percents are tied neck and neck. That side B again being a factor as Mr.E tacks on the damage with it. Goes for that forward smash, doesn't end up connecting. Leo playing very evasive around him. Ooh.
It's funny to see both these players like to land with down air a lot, kind of like as a surprise option.
I feel like, I'm trying to think, both these characters actually have like mediocre down airs for landing.
Yeah, but they both like to do it.
Yeah. Wow, that neutral air almost taking the stock.
Yep. That's nice.
Amazing angling up, but Leo able to DI at the last second, keeping himself alive, but he's on the ledge time and again. Gets the back throw. Mr.E making a face in the commentator cam. A beautiful tech from Leo, bringing him back to the stage.
Oh, no.
He ends up getting the jab there.
I think he's going for the dub smash.
The forward air going to put Leo all the way. Wow, Mr.E is making like faces in the camera. That's not something you see very often from him. And the grab closing out the stock.
And Leo taking a deep breath, even though he just won the game.
In general, like the way that Leo plays, I used to talk with him a lot about this, about neutral, and he's one of those people that believes that doing nothing is the best thing you can do. You have all of your options open to you. It's like, and so Leo is the kind of player where like you see it a lot in this matchup. Mr.E is throwing out all of these hitboxes, and Leo's just waiting there like a cat ready to pounce.
Yeah, that's why you see Leo sometimes. He just stands there. But I've noticed that every time he does that, where he just stands in place when you're both at kill percent, he almost always goes for a running up smash or a grab. So I think that's important to look out for because, he's trying to wait for your option, but at the same time, here he has his two options picked out.
The really nice thing about those two is that basically every option, like, it becomes a 50-50. Yeah. Like, up smash covers almost every option that the grab doesn't. you know?
Yeah, so it's a really good, 50-50.
Oh, fantastic. They're combo breaking with that up B. Once again, we have dead even in percent, but Mr. E seems kind of shook. You know, he apparently does not like this matchup, and it's showing right now as Freelancer Leo kind of getting some really consistent wins over him. Today, at least. Excuse me.
Eric does have the magical percent. Never mind, he lost it. He was at 69.
Critical error.
Yeah.
I don't see you taking this game after that.
Yeah, it's over.
Ooh, misses the ledge cancel, but he falls out of the side B, saving his skin there. Freelancer Leo now at 100%. He has to be so scared of these options. Wow.
Wow. I thought he was dead.
I thought he was a goner as well, but right now, Mr. E, you know what? Do you think maybe he would switch to Lucina? I mean, he can. This is his last game.
I mean, if he wins, nah. If he wins, he's probably staying Mark.
Yeah. But it's like, it seems like the way that, like Freelancer Leo's spacing is really good to the point where I feel like he hasn't been getting that many tippers.
That's true. So maybe Lucina would be the better pick.
I mean, the thing is because he's down 1-0 right now, if he does manage to take this game with Mark, he'd probably just stick with the Mark. But maybe something in the future. Wow, just goes in for it. Freelancer Leo recognizing the opportunity, gets the up throw, meaning that he has this nice lead here right now. That does so much damage. All right, back air. There's the tipper back air. Going to close the stock.
We're back at even.
Well, 36%.
That's nothing.
Is it?
It's not that big of a deal.
Because like
Mark
we
can
saw
rack up damage.
Well, the thing is, like, we saw how that last stock, Freelancer Leo killed Mr. E at 100 with a grab. So 36% is basically a third of a stock.
Yeah, that's true. All right, now Eric has to be really careful.
No, he did not. He didn't cancel it. He was charging that the whole time. Still has his jump. He's trying to make it back down to the ground.
There's the down air.
Oh, and there's the up air. That's actually how he won the set in winners. Caught him unaware with that. Seems like maybe he's probably shouldn't go for that anymore, at least for a little while. We have Mewtwo at Freelancer Leo 80%.
Oh my god.
The get up attack.
Wow. Eric needs to be careful with his short hops right now.
Absolutely. The trade
Good
going
DI.
to work out for Leo, but not closing out the stock just yet. Oh. Okay, this is actually so nervous. Leo
So
managing
close
to
right
make
now.
it back the up air,
Up air.
flipping him.
He's gonna go for it.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the ground. There it is.
Oh,
And Mr. E giving a nod of the head, smiling, realizing he's been had, as Leo managing to guarantee himself third place by beating two
people. He's beating 2 players, and he's guaranteed third place.
Yo, I
today.
just want to point out, he's going to play 2. If he loses this next game, he will have lost to 2 players and he'll have beaten 2 players and lost to 1 in order to get third.
Who's the
at
next
a tournament.
player?